When you light up, yeah, lights all over me.
I know it seemed like I turned my back, but it's far from true. How could I ever?
What's going on, man? We back on another Sunday of the Transition Talk Show. Glad y'all can join us. I know we've been gone for a while, but we back. Today, man, I have a special guest in the house, Terence Boleg Randolph, man. What's going on, bro?
What's up, Train?
Man, chilling, man. We're going to go ahead and kick this thing off, man, a little bit, man. We've been talking for a while. I can't remember the last time. I think it was over off of Lamar. They had a little function or whatnot, and then we talked, and then you were like, man, let's hook up after that, man. Let's talk a little bit more in depth on some stuff. And from that point, man, we done been called in many places, you know what I mean, alike the same. And it really wouldn't have probably happened if we didn't decide to make particular changes in our life.
Right.
Going through some of the things that we had to go through in order to be able to get us to this point, and really trying to find ways on giving back to the community, you know what I mean, that we played a vital role in. What are some of the things now, I mean, that you're really trying to do now?
I mean, as far as community-wise,
Yeah.
man, the whole goal is to try to save the kids in our communities. You know what I'm saying? It's like in every community, the kids always need resources, of trying to, find ways, to get out. And the only way the kids get the resources is, the adults have to find the resources and put them into the communities, because a lot of time people don't come out their communities. We have to go inside the communities, and that's what a lot of people don't want to do. But if you stand wholly on your community, then you go put in a lot of work inside your community. And that's the main thing, with me. Of course we got, the City Crest Cummings, where we do football. We gonna have basketball, baseball, track. We gonna have, you name it. We gonna have it after school programs once they finish the building over there. That way that we can get the kids in, and we can really find out what's going on the inner, the inner soul of the kid, instead of, just looking at them as they need mentorship through, schooling or sports or whatever it may be. Because deep down inside, a lot of kids don't know how to, they don't know how to talk and say what's going on.
Right.
So we got to bring it out of them.
Right. When you saying mentoring, that's like really important, man, especially being that, we have a background like in entertainment, music and stuff like that, which is a great influencer on our generation right now.
Right.
And knowing that we have that type of background, how is it you feel that we can mentor these kids, and get a hand on them when at this moment right now, it portrays the same picture pretty much how we saw, but it has a little bit more life risk behind it, I say.
Yeah, I mean, dealing with what you saying, like, far as the music aspect of it, the stuff that they glorify, even the things that we glorify through our music at a point in time, it was a life living. We actually spoke about our lives through our music, and it was a lot of kids, in the era of us, mentoring. They never got to saw the drugs, the guns, the whatever it may be. It was more the kids, playing games or whatnot. But now it's more of all the videos and everything. A lot of things the kids see is right there in the videos.
Yeah.
And that's what they want to do, because it's right there. Yeah. And there's so much nonsense beef amongst these little, the younger generation. And of course you can't understand why, but everybody got a gang somewhere.
Yeah.
So, and they part of something.
Yeah. I mean, and I asked you, man, because I remember it wasn't too long ago when we talked, and it was some kids off your football team,
right,
that wind up getting caught up in some, mess with the, with the laws and stuff like that. So it plays a role when you actually have a role in some of these kids' life.
Right.
And then trying to figure out ways that we can actually be a help even understanding that we're in a geographical setting where, man, it's been deprived of resources.
Yeah, a lot of stuff be hidden. It's always hidden from if you don't know. But you got to keep searching it, seeking and searching until you actually find it. But that's what, our calling could be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the kids ain't they ain't go pick up a book or none of that. A lot of them not. It's a lot of them that's running wild. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't got no leadership at home. They raised by single parents. In single home, a lot of them be women.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So, we got to pick up the slack, like, no matter what.
I'm gonna stop for a minute, man. We're gonna go to the first video, but we're gonna pick right back up when you was talking about, what they have to go through, and even, single parents, and then trying to raise these kids, you know what I mean?
Right.
In a neighborhood that's not a village, really. We'll be right back.
319. It ain't nothing long like go.
Dear mama, this Rado talking to you.
Yeah. It ain't nothing like my mama's love.
It'll never be the same, baby.
No.
You left us out here, mama. We all hurt
It ain't nothing like it. It ain't nothing like my mama's love. It really hurt me you're not here with us. I pray to God that I'm not asking for too much. I really need my mama love. It ain't nothing like my mama's love. It really hurt me you're not here with us. I pray to God that I'm not asking for too much. I really need my mama love.
Talk to her, Rado.
How you gon' exit out the door and didn't even let us know? You ripped our heart apart with this one, we can't let you go. You left your kids by themselves, we can't do nothing but grow. Just remember one thing, your life ain't never over. August the 1st, 1966, a star was born. You shocked the world with your exit, I can't believe you, mama. How we supposed to live without you? You didn't teach us that. Your 4 girls taking it hard, we really need you back. Gus trying to stay strong, he better holding on. And Jessica calling on the phone saying, Mama wrong. I did ain't saying much, but I see it in his face. I pray to God that he don't go and catch another case. And Gum steady posting pictures thinking about you. And Fred stepping up to the plate, mama, I know you proud. Kiosha playing your part, she the backbone now. And Big Man in a dark place, but he'll come around. We just sent for Pop and Fred had to fly him down. You know Sakaya with Kiosha, we can't let you down.
It ain't nothing like my mama's love. It really hurt me you're not here with us. I pray to God that I'm not asking for too much. I really need my mama love. It ain't nothing like my mama's love. It really hurt me you're not here with us. I pray to God that I'm not asking for too much. I really need my mama. I wanna thank you for all that you done for me. I wanna thank you for teaching me to be a king. I wanna thank you for all that you done for me.
When you light up, yeah, lights all over me.
Man, we back. That was Rado with Mama's Love. And man, I kind of stopped right there because I knew that video was coming up, you know what I mean?
Right.
And even for myself, just losing a person that was like a mother to me, for a long time in my life while I was walking, while I was in the streets and stuff, and really helped me to have an understanding, about my mother, my own mother, and to be able to accept and learn and understand that, man, in this neighborhood where we at, it's not easy, man, trying to raise these kids alone, or to even have a thought or to feel as though you're raising children alone. It's important that we structure a village mentality, and it's important that us as men do that. You know what I mean? Like pick up the slack, not just in our own home, but in our neighborhood. Like grab these kids, man, while you still can. While you have some sense of influence. Because it gets to a point to where you lose that influence with them, and they become, you know, the influencers of themselves. And you beginning to start to see that happening now, younger and younger. You know, so man, when you said it, it's important, you know, that we find those resources. Not only just find the resources, man, actually be vital, you know, instruments ourselves. You know, it don't cost nothing, man, really, to just grab somebody by the hand and just say, man, you know, I want to be there. You know what I mean? I want to help you how I can. I just gave someone, man, a pair of Jordans. They were brand new. My nephew, they was too small. You know, I was just, here, man, say, get these shoes to somebody who can wear them. You know, it don't cost nothing to do that. You know, so when we began to start to see changes in ourselves, because, man, I remember it was a time I didn't care nothing about that. You know what I mean? Like, my mind was really on what I was doing, you know, and had using excuses, good excuses for bad, you know what I mean, actions. So now it's like, you know what I mean, doing the same thing for good action, you know what I mean, and using good resources. You know, when we grow up a little bit, man, and we kind of understand what the outcome's gonna be, we got to try to do something to help minimize that. We can't stop it, but we can minimize it. You know, and it's like one of the biggest things I like to talk to people about and see exactly, you know, man, what we putting in play, what we doing, how do we look at, what are some of the things we look at about minimizing this thing? Because we was a part of this, you know, and the reason that helped maximize. So how do we change that? How do we reverse that, you know, and actually do something different? Man,
You know, the only part about it is that, you know, when you go to reaching out to young children, for one, the parents have to be willing to allow you to help them. And for two, the kid got to want to change as well. The more consistency that you show a kid that you're there for him, then they'll turn the shoulder to you.
yeah,
But you just can't go pick him up because he play football for you.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I follow kids all the way when they finish playing with us through they middle school, high school, college. You know, I done had plenty of kids come back and say, thank you, coach, for helping me be a better young man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So guess what I know? I won that one battle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can't win them all, but, you know, you got to stand these kids' life. Like, a lot of kids that get in trouble, well, some of the kids in our organization, like, if they get in trouble, I'm the emergency contact when their mom and dad at work, or if the mama raising them by themselves and she can't get off and she done took off already, next time she take off, they go fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on my way up to the school.
Yeah.
But while I'm at that school, I check every kid that's up there that's in our organization. Or even if it's a kid that I just catch him in the highway skipping, I'm going to ask him, hey, son, where you supposed to be?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with you know, the kids will believe your story
right,
once they start believing in you.
right,
If they don't believe in you, then you know, they lost. And sometimes the male figure is really missing in the home. So you gotta, like, it's hard for a woman to raise a young man. It's hard for that because he don't feel like he can talk to his mama about manly things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? No matter how many times she tell him, talk to me about it. No, he never talk to you about it. Some of the kids on my team, they'll tell me stuff they don't tell their mamas.
yeah,
So I mean I can understand it being on both foot. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom been on drugs since I was 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? Still is today. And I mean, you know, it hurt me to my soul, but you only got one mom.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And I don't, you know, I mean, sometimes, a lot of times, bro, I've been fed up.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And it touched my soul the wrong way. But at the end of the day, man, it's my mama, so, you know, I got to do what I got to do at the same time. So, you know, in the same way, when my coaches raised me, my dad was in and out of jail. You know what I'm saying? My coaches put that strap on me, put that board on me.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They the ones helped me change. So if that's what somebody gave me, I know I got to give it back.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think that's one of the biggest things, you know, a lot of things, man, we do, we do out of, you know, feeling broken, feeling abandoned, you know, a lot of childhood traumas. So we understand, you know, the importance of trying to reach these kids, you know what I mean, to try to, you know, minimize those traumas that they may have, because it's real. And it has a real long-term effect, you know what I mean, before a person can reach that maturity to find themselves out of it, you know what I mean? You know, by that time, you know, you got TDC numbers, You know, by that time, man, you got people, man, that's going through, you know, the mental systems and stuff now. You know what I mean? So we got to really, you know, look at the effects.
But you also need to look at who's the leader of the child.
Yeah.
See, because if we don't teach every kid to be a leader, then all of them be a follower.
Mm-hmm.
They already done lost.
Well, you know, there's a thing about it though, because you gotta, you know, there's a scale, man, that says that 85% of the world choose to be followers.
Right.
10% leaders. 5%, you know what I mean, of people, man, that just, you know, off the grid. So you got a higher percentage of people that choose to be followers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
and that's being taught.
Yeah, but a lot of people turn out to be followers in their older years. I mean, as they get older, meaning like say with these rappers, you know what I mean? Like we talking about kids from the age of 4 to 13 when they become teenagers.
Right.
Not from the age of 14 to 20. You know what I mean? So
right.
The ages of 14 to 20, you pretty much got an idea.
Okay.
You pretty much got an idea if you want to go out here and slang that iron or not. You got a pretty much idea if you want to, you know, goof off and go ride in the car, you know, them stolen cars or jack. You pretty much got an idea.
Mm-hmm.
But the odds of you being a follower, knowing that your partner's getting locked up for stolen cars, you going too. It's not like they don't know, but it ain't when it's somebody not beating it in them or not actually beating it in them, but just repeating it over and over and over and over. They don't have a choice but to go follow in the car with their homeboy. They steal cars because they think that's the way of having fun in life. Nah, it's a cost behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to catch them in between, like I say, the 4 and 13s.
Yeah.
And you got to. If we don't catch them then and consistently stay on them, like no matter where they go, somebody has to be on them. I don't care if he get in trouble at school, his mama get on him. When he get to practice, I'm going to get on him. When practice over with, I'm going to get on him again. Mm-hmm. He come back the next day, I'm going to ask him how he doing. I give all them kids a hug, tell them I love them. Hey, man, because, you know, these kids want to be loved.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So ain't no telling what's missing.
That's true. Man, outside of, man, you know, looking at all these, because we could talk about this right here all day. I really want to know, you know, like now, what are some of the things that you out here doing, you know, just personally yourself?
I mean, like I say, I deal with everything in my community, you know, for as, you know, trying to make sure, you know, I mean, I run the organization right. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it get hard because everything fall back on the president. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, that's the main thing that I do. You know, we got the movement that they doing with Urban Special with Antoine Lucky. Mm-hmm. We go to Ebon Village, the Rosemonts, Good Haven, North Dallas Projects. I mean, they go everywhere with, you know, trying to clean up areas and do some, you know, some healing of America. Right. Because, I mean, it has to start somewhere. Right. And it has to be a movement of people making a move. Because the more numbers you have, the more people go stand with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't believe it until they see it. Right. You know, every time you ain't gonna be able to make it to every meeting. Because you might have other things that go on. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, you got to show your face somewhere to show that you with it and you're part of it. Right. So, I mean, like me, I have, you know, the football take up a majority of my time because, I mean, I pick up kids by the time I drop them off, it's 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Right. And on Saturday mornings, I'm up at 7 o'clock, 7:30. Picking up kids for the game start at 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Right. Driving way to Arlington, Fort Worth somewhere for a game. So, you know, Sundays, man, I be so beat. I don't even get up really, you know what I'm saying? What you saying really is just like now, man, it's just a way of life. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a way of life. Yeah. And I can deal with it. Yeah. I know what I signed up for. You know what I mean? I mean, I know what my calling is. Yeah. And I'm not turning away from it, and I will never run from it. Exactly. And we're going to stop right there. We're going to go to another video, and then we'll be right back. That's the... Man. Time to bring it on in.
How you get to this point, bro?
I remember yesterday, way back in grade school when I ain't have shit. Not like the mother dudes. See, they were wearing MJs. I was wearing Payless shoe and I ain't like my mom. Why? Cause she didn't dress me cool, but it ain't her fault though. I blame my granny them on that Tyler Perry shit. The haves and the have-nots, and I was on that other side. Seeing that they had a lot while we out here struggling, and we just stay round the block. Saw my granny smiling with a gold up in her mouth, and mama had a cap door, a silver tooth in her mouth. Say, this is how I fucked up. Say, this is how I fucked up. I fucked up. Say, this is how I fucked up. It's so dope. Went to church on Sunday, but Monday I'm still broke. This is how I fucked up and wanted more. You say you were my family, but you left a nigga broke, man. This is how I fucked up. I fucked up. This is how I fucked up. I fucked up. This is how I fucked up and so dope. Went to church on Sunday, but Monday I'm still broke. This is how I fucked up. Days and lonely nights, and I ain't stay with mama at the time. I couldn't fight. Uncle didn't like me. Did a lot of brutal things, so I went outside. Fuck it, gone, let me gang bang. Cause they getting beat silly, make a nigga go insane. Thank God for my granny, cause he always tried to play. Hard head nigga still going out there and slaying. Gang it ain't know my daddy, but she say act just the same. Always bought $1, guess her husband just be in my thing. Rags to the riches, the Evans and the projects may say this is how I fucked up. Yeah, this is how I fucked up. Yeah. Say, this is how I fucked up. It's so dope. Went to church on Sunday, but Monday I'm still broke. This is how I fucked up and wanted more. You say you were my family, but you left a nigga broke, man. This is how I fucked up. I fucked up. This is how I fucked up. I fucked up. This is how I fucked up and so dope. Went to church on Sunday, but Monday I'm still broke. This is how I fucked up. Is up on they ride. Some rolling on chrome, other rolling on wires. While I'm sitting at the bus stop, watch them pass by. Daddy passed through, Mr. 745. A nigga had it all, but the son he denied. Left a nigga in the jungle, guess it taught me how to survive. When my mama put me out, cause of rules I couldn't abide. Never thought she would've did it, but I guess I was alive. Heart turned to stone, cause I been through a lot. So I turned to the stone with a pocket full of rock. Where I grew up as a kid, Rutledge was the block. And the fact I lost my son, man, I've been through a lot. 3 times up in the pen, man, it's all that I got. 2 shots up in my body, man, them slugs still hot. This is how I fucked up. I fucked up. This is how I fucked up. I fucked up. Say, this is how I fucked up. It's so dope. Went to church on Sunday, but Monday I'm still broke. This is how I fucked up and wanted more. You say you were my family, but you left a nigga broke, man. This is how I fucked up. I fucked up. This is how I fucked up. I fucked up. This is how I fucked up and so dope. Went to church on Sunday, but Monday I'm still broke. This is how I fucked up.
Hey, it's your favorite artist, Coley Rodriguez. Make sure you tune in to the Trainsition talk show every Sunday evening from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. live on YouTube as they play some of my latest tracks off of my new album, Heartfelt, Volume Number 1. That's out now on all streaming platforms.
Man, we back on the Transition Talk. So, hey, y'all remember this. Y'all can call in. That number is 469-708-8609. Again, 469-708-8609. Y'all want to call in, man, talk about it. Y'all join in, man, and call up. You know, y'all can say what you want to know, ask any kind of questions, anything like that, man. That's what we're here for. Yeah, man, but we getting back into it, man. You know, like right before we left, I just had said, like, it's a lifestyle. You know,
yeah, it is a lifestyle because what you wake up and do it all over again every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And cold part about it is like, you know, when coaches sign up to it's all volunteer work. We don't get paid for it. So you gotta imagine the gas we spend, the money, the time, the effort. I mean, it's the stress, the pain. I mean, it's all there, but that come with it too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I try my best to line everything up in a row, so I don't got to just keep on backtracking. But sometimes it happens. You know what I'm saying? But overall, man, it's I enjoy being around those kids because they give me a lot of joy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it be some of the hilarious stuff that happen out there.
Man, it's funny, man, because after I had did the book last year, it was still things about myself I was just feeling incomplete about as far as trying to help. You know what I mean? And to see self as being a resource. That's where resources first come from. Because if someone don't know, then you can share that information if you know it. You know what I mean? That's just as vital. So it was about me doing more necessary work on myself to see what it is that I could do, you know what I mean, and potentially getting better, and being able to be a better resource, you know what I mean? Not just to myself or to my people or my home, but the entire surrounding, because we all live here together, you know what I mean? And you want a sense of harmony, where you lay your head at. And I went, man, I met with some people and I was talking other programs and stuff, and I did a trauma course on Teachable. And from that trauma course, I had a doctor, man, help me, revise it and everything like that. So she gave me some sound advice on what it was that I would need to be able to tap into another community. So I had to go and get some peer certifications, for like substance abuse, mental health, things that we already tackle. But it gave me more awareness for one, but it also gave me the bagging now to be able to be vital. And man, just like you said, it was volunteer work at first.
Yeah, but the mental health issues, bro, that's real deep, because a lot of people deal with depression, you know what I'm saying, in their own ways, and it's not good.
Yeah.
Because, without a person feeling like they have people that they can actually talk to and go to, they keep everything closed inside, and once they explode, I mean, you don't know if they're at the point of return or not.
Yeah.
So mental health is real serious, bro. Like, seriously. I mean, I even, I train my own mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I have to, because there's so much that I deal with daily.
Yeah. It's
so much that don't go right, you know what I'm saying? And at one point, like, at the end of last year, toward the summertime, man, I was so much in the depressed stage, bro, to where, I mean, I just feel like I didn't feel like doing nothing. Mm-hmm. But somewhere I had to find it in me, was like, man, you need to get up.
Yeah.
And you got to move.
Man.
You can't stay in this hole like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you say that you got a lot of friends, you got a lot of brothers, homeboys, or whatever, but I mean, truth of the matter, bro, everybody ain't good to talk to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because those same people take everything hey man, bro, he crazy, and I mean, it's a hard fight to fight depression and mental health by yourself.
One of the biggest things for me, man, like, it's becoming that advocate. You know what I mean? Like, see, I'm a person who can say I battle with it, you know what I mean, as a family, silently.
But you had to accept that part.
Yeah,
first.
You know what I mean?
A lot of people got a problem with dealing with acceptance.
Yeah. I mean, and deal with it before, rock bottom.
Hit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the deal, man, because I know with me, it came when rock bottom hit.
And it was tough.
And then it was even going through the fields of now how everyone perceive you to be this way, and now to look at you and be like, you know what I mean? But it was something that I had to go through.
Right.
It was something that I had to deal with, you know what I mean? Man, my life was on the line, but before I knew it, I blew it. When I realized that, man, it doesn't make a difference if at this moment I'm innocent, I wasn't around, it wasn't me. But it was the fact that I had a criminal background that said,
This you.
it's me.
So they made that you.
Yeah.
When you a changed man.
Yeah. And at this point, I'm not young going to prison no more where I didn't have children. I have children now. And it was the first time I had to look at leaving and the time that they had, that it was like, man, it ain't no way. You know, and sitting in that day in, day out, day in, day out. It was like dying to the point to where, man, I was. And I started hearing everything that I felt was dead. You know what I mean? And I had to deal with that. I had to go through that. I had to get help for that.
Right.
You know, so after that, and I began to start to seeing what medication was doing, how they was hurting my body. You know what I mean? Then I had to go into a holistic way of healing, so I can begin to see me clearly and to see me better.
You had to sacrifice something.
A lot. You know, to be revived, to be renewed. But that's what it takes for people to come to a point to where to say, man, it was me. Well, you know, it's a lot of yous out here, but to be able to say first, hey, it was me.
That come from growth, though.
Yeah. You know, and if you want growth, you have to be the presentation of it. And for a long time, man, you know, like, man, I was quiet until that anger builds up, that bursts you open to say, I can't be silent no more. You know, I have to use myself better, especially while I know I still have the attention of some to be able to make that better. You know, and that's where we at. And even with men, man, you know, that's hard. You know, and when you start talking about, man coming to the forefront, man taking a stand, you know, man, you got to look at everything that's unsaid.
And it's got to be said.
It has to be.
That's the only way you get the relief, and it's the only way you get the help and resources you need too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I mean, you know, a lot of people don't have room to talk about others, but they find room to talk about others when they need to be, you know, talking about self, because your problem not gonna be everybody's problem. Everybody's problem not gonna be your problem. But when you got a close homie or you got a brother that you see going through this, you know what I'm saying? I say it all the time, man. A person gotta want that help.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not only do you want it, but accept it coming from me, because I mean I'm genuine, and I'm gonna just tell you straight up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, come on. If you need help getting through it, I'll walk with you through it.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? I'm strengthening myself at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to, a lot of stuff I used to didn't care about Train. Like, you know, when I was, you know, in the streets having money, yeah, I mean, it was just like, you could say one thing to me to go in, one earn out the other. I wouldn't consider it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, man, I'm gonna do what I want to do anyway. But at the end of the day, when I took the vacation, I worked on self the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it started with myself. Mm-hmm. I used to blame myself for everything, like everything that went wrong, that I felt like I could change everything, but now I can't. I can only change me.
Right.
And I can only hold myself accountable for the things I was doing. You know what I'm saying? And it came to a point to where I had to realize, man, you wasn't in a situation by yourself. Train what part you take in it. And so if I can't get trained to commit to, you know, admit to me his wrong and his self-responsibility by holding himself accountable, then, man, you'll never be the same. Mm-hmm. Because I'm trying to get better and you not. Mm-hmm. You know, ain't nothing wrong with being wrong.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with being wrong, but that's part of the mental health issues right there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Where you don't see yourself wrong. Mm-hmm. You have to. So I start being considerate and listen to what Train might have to say, because my way of seeing it and doing it may not be the correct way, but your way might help me understand different. Yeah. And a lot of people can't do that, bro. Yeah. And that's the self damage that they do to themselves.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that I learned, man, was how important self-care was gonna be. Yeah. Especially when you're taking on, you know, I call it a Pharaoh's journey.
It's a long journey.
You know what I mean? But the thing is, when you ever look at pharaohs, you got to ask yourself, before they placed them into that tomb, how were they able to put them into that tomb and they just passed? You didn't build that tomb in the 7 days how you would put someone to rest today. So that meant that had to already be a work in progress before that ever came.
So that means many years ago.
Many.
Yeah.
So that means that my walk, my journey, you know what I mean, is a testament now for then. You know, so, and that's how I look at it now. You know, so it's like I had to do things, man, that I don't want to say force, but it actually pushed me, you know what I mean, to the forefront of myself.
Yeah. Circumstances and situations will push you out there.
Yeah. Something
that really took place that didn't go right, and you knew it wasn't right, so I got to do it myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There it is again. It started with self.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's the biggest beauty, man, of identification and signatures.
Right.
And I ask people all the time, like, you think it's better to sign your name on a piece of paper to sign it in the sky?
Nah, I want to sign it in the sky.
Exactly. Because I understand, man, that's where full source and full supply, you know what I mean,
right,
come from. So for me, man, it's like, am I actually doing that necessary work and am I at peace, you know what I mean, with the work that I'm doing now?
Right.
You know, just like, you know, when you mentioned, you know, past life, that's past.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. You can't change the past, but you correct yourself for your future.
Yeah.
And that's what I used to look at, bro. 100%. That's what I look at.
And that's where it's at, man. It's like, because now, man, we have that. We have a future.
Yeah. And we have resources. You know, I seen it's two things, like when you look at, you know, money. Money have you blind to what's really in front of you.
Yeah.
I done seen what people do with money. I done seen what money do to people.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what has to be done, I can't never change back from yesterday all the way back to, you know, high school. Because everybody said in their life, I wish I can go back to high school.
Yeah.
You don't have to go back to high school, start now.
Yeah. And it's when you come to that point in that time to where you begin to see the value in you. Not me seeing the value in my home, seeing the value in a car, seeing the value in a dollar, seeing the value in anything, because none of those things would not be without you.
Because you done missed the ingredient, period.
I got to place me first. If I never add me first to the equation will always come up wrong.
Because you missed out of the equation.
You know what I mean? And that was the biggest thing for me. You know, I can say, man, that it came down to, it was always adding me first and what that looked like. You know, ownership, man, is important. And even if we're not talking property, we're talking, you know, life.
We're talking self.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you put other people before you, it's not an issue. But when you put yourself first, then it's an issue.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
So help me understand, is it a selfish act?
If it's me, man, it's a selfless act. Because how can you naturally give from a proper content within yourself if you're not doing it from a wholeness and wellness point of view?
Right.
So you have to get yourself to a point of wholeness and wellness before you can naturally, you know what I mean, be of any good. That's now when they say, like, we live life first with the cup half empty or half full, but now we live in the cup with the cup overflowing. From that overflowing point now, you know what I mean?
This is what you get from the overflowing cup. But truth of the matter is, Train, you still put people before you.
Yeah, that's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's gonna always be like that.
Yeah.
Because for one, when you're a genuine person, bro, you got to learn who to help and when to help.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have hidden agendas. Mm-hmm. So when I say you putting yourself first, you need to make sure, or I need to make sure everything going right for me.
Right.
All the way around the board. Before I start just lashing out and, doing, it's like I say, me having money. It didn't matter if you told me you need $300 for this, $300 for that. I'm like, all right, here you go, bro. Or here you go, little mama, you gonna, have her. But at the end of the day, I wasn't helping them, I was hindering them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I had it, so I had it to give.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like at this point in time in my life, I don't have a problem with, I don't have it, or I can't help you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Instead of giving you my legs. Because, truth of the matter is, this world will become, if I can't scratch your back, then, and you can't, if I can scratch your back and you can't scratch mine, then we're losing.
Yeah, but I think, this me, and this is me, right? I don't do anything for nobody, you know what I mean?
That I can't afford to lose, though.
Nah, I don't do anything for nobody that I don't want to.
Yeah,
it's solely on me.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
And that's the point. That's the point
yeah.
I was getting to with myself. It's like when I came back, everybody, majority of people thought I was gonna be doing the same thing in the same way.
Yeah.
Man, I done tricked so many of y'all.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it's a lot of days I be suffering. But guess what? Bro, I'm here to see it.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta wait an hour to make a 15-minute phone call. I ain't gotta wait on commissary. I ain't gotta stand in the shower line. I don't gotta wait for visitation. I don't gotta worry about this man calling me inmate.
Yeah.
Man, I'm here. A lot of people say, how you doing, man? I'm alive and free.
It's crazy, man. I heard somebody say, when we there, we consider this out here as being the free world. But ain't nothing free out here.
Ain't nothing free out here. It's free in there because you got to pay for nothing in there.
Yeah.
You ain't got to spend your commissary money. They go feed you every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So ain't nothing out here free.
Nah, and this is when we face with the realities of life, you know what I mean? When you come outside of that door and you say that, man, hey, man, I know I'm changed. It don't make a difference what you think, how you feel.
What you say, none of that.
None.
I know I'm changed.
Yeah.
And that's the best feeling for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because once you let go of all the baggage, don't bring it back. You ain't got to worry about that stress. See, once you build it, it's like building a mansion.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta pay for maintenance on a mansion.
Mm-hmm.
You built that empire.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to deal with the maintenance on that empire. So when you come back, or your next time around, it's on me, bro. I ain't got to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter if I got it or I don't have it. I still don't have to do nothing pertaining to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's because I'm trying to keep myself right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I don't keep myself right, then who gonna keep me right?
Yeah. The accountability partner is different. They're not the same.
Exactly.
Not when I've changed. So I have to be in a changed environment, a changed placement, changed mindsets, changed people. I can't be like for myself and my growth, because this me, man. Man, it took a long time for people to actually accept the fact that it was real. It ain't the same no more.
But it's only because they only know you for one way.
Yeah.
And being one way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you might need to get to know the new me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what a lot of people, they don't stand a chance to get to know the new you. Because they don't want you to be the new you. They want you to go back to the old you.
Mm-hmm. Because it's more plentiful towards them. You know what I mean? Man, let's stop right. Let's go to this last video, and then we're going to be right back. That's a violent point, man.
20 inches come home when we bleed your block, man. Bleed your block with some block wings. Squeeze gon' fall when we bleed your block, when we bleed your block, when we bleed your block. Independent gon' cross when we bleed your block, when we bleed your block with some block winners. Real niggas gon' cross when we bleed your block, when we bleed your block, when we bleed your block.
Spring falling, baby. We ballin', baby. 20s crawling, baby. We boss hogging, baby. Pulling holes in the Mercedes as I bleed your slab. Gucci down in my ride, wood grain on my dash. Laws hate to see a young nigga ballin' out of control. Look in my rearview, there they go. No one, so let me roll. D-Town is the place, and I love my city. We rollin' choppers and spokes, but they gotta be 20s. 412s in the trunk, bout to shake and rattle. Sippin' served by the paint, bout to bust my bladder. Piece on my neck, charm on my arm. I'm one of the ones who the pounds by the ton. And I pack a Tommy gun, back no haters for fun. When you heard Stampede, you better duck and run. Mr. Yeah, breaking niggas out, son. Been ready to ball. You can tell how we flout. Look how the kid in paint turn heads when they gloss.
Just go wrong when we bleed your block, man. Bleed your block with some block niggas. Squeeze gon' fall when we bleed your block. When we bleed your block. When we bleed your block. And the paint gon' gloss when we bleed your block. When we bleed your block with some block niggas. Real niggas gon' floss when we bleed your block. When we bleed your block. When we bleed your block.
Oh, Mr. Yeah, come to bleed your block, making some cheese today. Hope your young G's ready, cause I'm steady clocking fatty, dropping 50 packs off like a bomb in Armageddon, chopping up your block with 20 inches on my Chevy. Everything that I got, I hope the popo's ready, cause in the back of my Chevy, it's like a little grocery store selling 50s, Hondas, halves and whole, smoking on big gear, selling pounds of hydro, check to the flow. I'm just letting you know, if you're causing me drunk, then I'm bringing you pain. For the rest of the bleeders up under the Stampede name. And we quick to get with it. They get some pimp type bitches. From Gucci suits to Gucci boots. Watch this straight drop in. From Avenue to High Street, we just stacking our fingers. On the block near you, setting up shots, my nigga.
So the bitches gon' crawl when we bleed your block, man. Bleed your block with some block niggas. Squeeze gon' fall when we bleed your block. When we bleed your block. When we bleed your block. And the paint gon' gloss when we bleed your block. When we bleed your block with some block niggas. Real niggas gon' floss when we bleed your block. When we bleed your block. When we bleed your block.
It's the B-O-L-E-G block leader. I'ma bleed the block out my head. I'ma bleed the block on candy red. I'ma bleed the block with a plastic Glock. Rocks in my shoe stocks. I got more money than bug stocks. Score my birds by the flock. I bought my dad a brand new drop. That's the jag. Watch the pants. I'm sitting on glass. I show my ass. 10,000 get it just for a hand. Over brick, in leaks. In the kitchen got haters sick. Out of town, let's get the water whip. 20 inches on the mothership. There's an eagle with the extra clip. Piece of chain for the birds to flip.
We bleed blocks, we make streets hot. It's candy paint. When you see us, man, them screens gon' drop. Stampede in our city, representing our clique. Cause in D-Town, if you ain't ballin', then you ain't about shit. So we some old-lip hustlers, real true players. Down for our figures, making all you haters feel us. So when you see us in your neighborhood streets, you best believe that we come to block bleed. Bleed your block, man. Bleed your block with some block niggas. Screens gon' fall when we bleed your block. When we bleed your block. When we bleed your block. And the paint gon' gloss when we bleed your block. When we bleed your block with some block niggas. Real niggas gon' floss when we bleed your block. When we bleed your block. When we bleed your block.
When you light up, yeah, lights all over you.
Man, we back. You know, that was Stampede record with Boleg. Man, what you feel about that, man?
Man, come on, man. Come on, man. What I feel about Stampede. Stampede for life, man. Straight up, man. I love my PE brothers on the cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, straight up, man. Like, what a lot of people don't understand about everybody on that record label, bro, we come within the radius from, like, Townview, all the way down by Monaghan, come around back by High Street, come all the way back around by Good Haven Apartments. Like, bro, we all
started from the top all the way going past Motion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my real. You know what I'm saying? That's East Waco. That's where Mr. Hellraiser from, straight out my real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's a family on the cool. I mean, everybody done grew up and grew apart, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, bro, it wasn't no plex to nobody, like, from the other sides, you feel me? Because, you know, we deal with people from everywhere. I mean, I do anyway. But it wasn't nobody, like, from North Dallas in Stampede.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Or from South Dallas in Stampede.
Yeah.
All us from the cliff, right there in the middle. Majority of us played football for the Cummings.
Yeah.
Majority of us went to N.W. Harley or Abercrombie Johnson. All went their homes to Roosevelt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was just, man, we was the same, like, you know, it was just us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, it was some add-ons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, you know, we built that. You feel what I'm saying?
Man, it is one of the, I can say, man, in Dallas, is one of those labels, man, that really have a stamp that's still here, that was branded well. You know what I mean? Like, man, you really didn't see, outside of Stampede Records, man, you seen grifters everywhere.
Yeah.
You didn't see that, you seen that bull everywhere. You know what I mean? It was like everywhere. So it was like, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. That's the main thing, though. I just try to keep the bull in people's face anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we want to drop an albums, it was follow promoting shows, whatever, it's still Stampede Records presents.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, man, that's what I mean by being consistent, bro, because in the beginning, man, people flying snippets back at us and wouldn't take the cards or wouldn't take this and that. But that didn't stop me, though, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That didn't stop us.
Yeah.
Man, I just said, you know, I pick my stuff up and give it to the next somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of people laughing at us, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't make me no different because at the end of the day, man, we gonna keep on pushing till something happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And man, we pushed and we pushed and we pushed.
And
You know
it
what I'm
happened
saying?
though, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, you know, that's one of those things, and that's one of the things that that you have, like, you know, I would say, like, you know, as far as like in your arsenal of things that you have, you know what I mean, to be able to help, be able to show people, or be, and even just the resources that it gave you from it, the people who you came in contact with, you know, in this generation now, to still be able to be vital, you know, with music and being able to, you know, reach out, man, for people and stuff like that. So, man, I commend you on everything that you're doing, bro.
Man, I appreciate it, bro.
And we had people, man, Deion John, you can let them know what you're doing, but I had people that asked, that said that they wanted to support your organization. So, man, all your information, man, you got this opportunity to put it out there.
Man, they could, you know, man, they can inbox me. My real name, Terence Randolph, on Facebook. Or they can hit me through my messenger, or they hit me on my IG, Boleg_Stampede. I mean, you know, I ain't hard to find, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, not at all, bro. I'm not hard to find at all, you know?
If y'all can't find them like that, then y'all can contact me. I will relay the information to them, man. You know, we got more work that we doing. We really ain't have an opportunity to get into it, but we will come and bring all you guys, you know, that's going to actually be on the panel back here, you know, before we do that, to go in deeper, man, and further from a manhood point of view. You know, and we appreciate y'all for joining. Thank y'all again for another Sunday on the Transition Talk Show. Y'all join us next week as we have Jay and Yella on the show. Talk to y'all then. See you then, brother.
I know it seemed like I turned my back, but it's far from true. How could I ever turn my back on the chosen few? So what I do, look at me. In a picture was bittersweet. I did it for all y'all, but I never did do it for real. This is not turn on you, say this is just turning to me. Knowing that I am better than I am. Afraid to look at me, ugly faces is all I got. The pain or horror inside the thing that you keep in the dark. Walking with smiley faces while holding a broken heart. Chambers of locked doors and open and kinda rough. Looking at deep wounds and knowing that